This is the story of Andrew J. Mutnansky, my great-great-grandfather, and coming to America. Andrew Mutnansky was born December 6, 1883, in Němcová, Trenčín, Slovakia. As Andrew grew up, there was little opportunity for young men and women to find jobs. Most of the land was owned and controlled by rich, absentee land barons. Hard-working, lower middle-class people did not have the opportunity for good-paying jobs. The opportunity for a better future was very limited. Most Slovakians, approximately 500,000, immigrated to the United States during the 1880s to 1915, just like my great-great-grandfather. During the time Andrew lived in Slovakia, it was ruled by the Austro-Hungarian Empire. This governing body controlled the language, the army, and the monetary system. The army enforced mandatory military duty. The ruling class actually made the local Slovaks speak Hungarian and even changed the spelling of their names to the Hungarian form. Andrew Mutnansky's name became Andrei Mutnansky. During the early 1900s, America was on a manufacturing high. As a result of the Industrial Revolution, companies were making and building new products for the increased population. With manufacturing came a need for labor jobs. These jobs were perfect for immigrants. Their lack of literacy and language did not impact the qualifications for the job. The demand for labor jobs was a huge opportunity for Andrew because it allowed him to work in America without having to learn the language. Because of these social, political, and economic factors, many people left Europe looking for freedom of opportunity in America. About 2/3 of the Slovak immigrants were men. Most of them immigrated to America for economic reasons. Seeking employment, they moved to regions where major industries such as steel manufacturing and coal mining needed unskilled labor. More than half of the Slovak immigrants settled in Pennsylvania. Other popular destinations included Ohio, Illinois, New York, and New Jersey. Immigrants went through Ellis Island to get into America. This is a first-hand quote from a woman who came from Czechoslovakia. So, when I came to Ellis Island, my gosh, there was something I'll never forget. The first impression. All kinds of nationalities. And the first meal we got, fish and milk. Big pitchers of milk and white bread. The first time I saw white bread and butter. There was so much milk, I drank it because we did not have enough milk in my country, and I said, my God, we are going to have such a good time here. We are going to have plenty to eat. This quote by Martha Foreman shows that immigrants now had all new types of different opportunities now that they have come to America. The new railroad companies popped up all over the United States. The new companies started hiring immigrants for cheap labor. This allowed many immigrants to come to the United States and live closely to their work. An example is the company George Pullman. Pullman built luxury railroad sleeper cars. Pullman factory was in the center of the neighborhood. The immigrants could rent an apartment, buy groceries, and send their children to school and be able to walk to their factory jobs. Andrew settled in Pullman for several of these reasons. This is where he met his wife and raised his children. This is the actual Pullman sleeper car that Andrew worked on. Immigrant communities allowed immigrants to work, live, and be amongst people like themselves. Most people in each community immigrated from the same areas, so they spoke the same language. This allowed them a sense of comfort. The Pullman community was a huge destination for Slovaks. Andrew was able to live and work there. He met his Slovakian wife, Anna, in Pullman. She, too, had immigrated from Slovakia. America allowed much more social interaction than Slovakia, which led to marriage and families. Since the immigrants lived among other people like them, it was a great chance to meet eligible single people. Men looking for wives could meet girls at the church dances or town social events. Because of their jobs, the immigrants had a little bit of money to buy few things. America offered the opportunity to show off these new things at socials. Since Andrew wanted to meet a girl, marry her, and start a family, he went to a church dance and met a girl who had similar ethnic and religious backgrounds. Andrew Mutnansky met Anna Vysotsky. This is a wedding photo of Andrew and Anna Mutnansky. Andrew lived the rest of his life with his wife, Anna, in Pullman. This is a picture of Andrew and his wife and his 6 children. My great-grandfather is seated on the left bottom. This is a picture of my family today. On the left is my grandpa, Ron Mutnansky, who was Andrew's first grandchild. To the right of him is my mom, and then me. Because Andrew migrated to America, there is now 121 people living on this earth today who wouldn't have been alive without him, me being one of them.